Alright, it's day number 86 of my talking in front of the camera, trying to enhance my ability to speak English and improve my colloquial English. And I noticed one small issue that probably it may be it may be hard to continue with those questions because I ran out of topics. Seriously, I'm going to talk about retirement. Why am I talking about retirement? Because uh, there are no topics to talk about. And I remember I caught myself with an idea that I want to continue those videos even after 100 days of speaking, until one moment, to get about 150 days. But I have no questions anymore, and I have no topics. I don't know. I have to come up with some idea, or I don't know. I have to solve it somehow because there are 14 days ahead, like 2 weeks that I have to dedicate to talk about something, but I have no idea. So I don't know. We will see. Definitely, I have to finish my 100 days challenge to talk in front of the camera. Probably I'll switch to 12 questions or something like this. I don't know. I'll see. But now, yeah, it's kind of. I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about retirement. So, bro, what the hell? So let's get started and let's talk about work and retirement. Do you think? Do you think about your retirement plans? No, at all. To be honest, I don't even realize what's the reason for some people who dream about retirement, because you don't do anything, you're getting not really a huge amount of money, and so what's the reason? I would rather prefer to improve in areas that I'm working or that is interesting to me. So I have never thought about my retirement, and I don't know. It's if when even if I get it, it will be I don't know, in 40, 60 years like this. So no, I didn't think about it. All right. Would you like to stop working early in life? Why or why not? No, definitely I would like to continue enhancing my knowledges about not about but in some area that I'm gonna to choose to work in, and I'm not interested at all about retirement, because as I described, for me it's something boring, because there are no benefits, almost like you have a bunch of free time and nothing else. So in my case, in my age, I don't realize what kind of feeling will I get uh, when I be that old person. Probably I'll have that desire, but now I think that I'm ready to work in the rest of my life, and I don't really need to care about retirement. All right. Do you know anyone who has recently retired? To be honest, no. The first issue is that generally I don't know old person except my grandparents, so it's hard to answer this question, because I I don't know those people at all. The oldest people who I know, with who I communicating, is kind of 23, 24 years old and no more. So I don't know anyone who recently retired. All right, what kind of lifestyles do you imagine after retirement? All right, let's imagine that I got retirement. So I I would probably spend all, not all, like some time with family, some time I'd dedicate to my hobbies, for example, probably to learn something new, because I can't imagine time when I'm just lying on the bed and don't do anything. Like, it was possible when I was a child, but not nowadays and not in the future. So I guess it's a great time to spend it, yeah, with your family, with things that you enjoy to do, and stuff like that. Probably with your friends, probably to travel just each several days if you have enough amount of money. Just each every days switch your country and visit a new one. Something like this. All right, part two, long run, and yeah, describe a person who has retired. You should say who the person is, what job they had before retirement, and what they do now after retirement, and explain how they feel about being retired. It's a very good question, because from all people who I know, and who has already retired, is my grandparents. So I'm going to talk, for example, about my grandpa. I don't know when he has retired. Like, he's about 67, 68 years old now, probably, or a bit less. I don't know, to be honest. So he has already retired, and he was a teacher. He was a teacher in the school. I don't remember what kind of subject did he taught, but he did. And now, currently, he's studying French, because he also moved to Belgium when the war started. So he's been studying French, but before the war started, he was like um, he was a guy who was caring about his garden, about animals, like cows and everything like this, because he lived in the village. So yeah, like nothing special, like a basic life after retirement. I don't know, nothing special. I can talk about a lot about this topic, since I'm not really aware well about this question, and it's the only person who I know who has retired. Generally, I don't know people anymore. Like, pretty strange question. So alright, let's move on. Let's talk about retirement and its role in society. Let's go. So, when do people in your country usually retire? If I'm not mistaken, the retire age in my country is 65 years for men and 60 years for women. And I don't know, is it good or no? Because I even hear from pretty young people that it's kind of great life when you're retired, you are getting money, you don't care about anything. But in my from my point of view, I don't imagine what amount of money you have uh, to get regularly, like what kind of income you have to just retire and live your life, like enjoying this everything. So yeah, but by the way, and usually if you're talking about retirement in my country, I guess people, as only they have this opportunity, they immediately use it. I don't know why. Probably it's age when it's hard for you to do some stuff, to work somewhere, you are tiring, you get tired faster. So probably it's the reason. But alright, sometimes I remember in my school, by the way, I had a teacher, and she was 75 years old, I don't know, so she didn't want to retire since she liked children and she enjoyed to work with them. So she preferred to stay in school and just to teach kids. But generally, yeah, it's kind of 60, 65 years old. So should everyone retire at a certain age? I don't know. I guess it not even depends on your age. It depends on the field when you are working on, because if you are working in a field when you don't do anything extremely hard, you are not. You don't do anything really harmful for your health. Probably you would feel better in the future. But if you're talking about people who's working harder conditions, um, surrounded with harder circumstances because of their work, probably they should retire faster. And I don't mean I don't think that my opinion can be objective in this question, because I can't realize what kind of feeling do you have when you can't complete your job because of your age. For real, I can't imagine. In my imagination, I can work for me like around the clock if it will bring me everything that I want to get. If I will be able to achieve my aims, I'm ready to work around the clock. So I can really imagine how would it work with older people. So I can say specific age that I guess would be perfect for retirement. And if you're talking about yeah, it depends. Depends not on people, it depends on the field you choose to work in. Alright, why do some people choose not to retire? As you mentioned, a great example with my teacher in my primary school. She didn't want to left her place, her workplace. She didn't want to left kids with who uh, she she has she was working. So she decided just to stay in school because she enjoyed of her of the area when she was working. So it's the only reason. Like, probably if you still stay ambitious even in that age when you can retire but you want to achieve something harder, something more, it's one reason not to retire. And also, I guess, if you enjoy doing something, like for example, imagine situation. I'm working somewhere, and for example, I I have an opportunity to retire, and if I had that opportunity, but I'm still enjoying doing some things, I wouldn't do it, because it will be boring to sit at home and not to dedicate my time to things that I enjoy to do. So it kinda isn't smart. Or probably there are some people who don't have family and they have nothing to do at home. They don't want to spend holiday time alone with nobody, so they prefer to continue to keep themselves in surrounding with some people, with some things that is going on around them. Alright, do you think retirement ages will become later in the future? Why? I don't really think that it will become older. Uh, it will become later in the future because we have already got medicine that is able to show us how many year the person is able to live, and they kind of found, like the government or who decided who like not apply but who like decide what age is suitable to for retirement. I don't know, like government for example, and the government has already decided the best age, for example, to retire. So I don't think that in the future it will be later because there are no reasons for that. They have already found the best time to retire for old people. So there's no reasons to change it, I think. So in my opinion, it, like personally, I don't think that it will be changed in the future. All right, what kinds of activities do retired people typically do in your country? All right, if you are talking, by the way, about my country, I can't even say that they're, bro, I don't know, by the way. They're just walking for real. I remember when I was like a child and I arrived in the village to my grandparents. Uh, there are usually old people who has already retired, and they're just walking, do some stuff, clean at home, look after their animals, look after their garden, you know, and stuff like this. So kind of nothing special. They're just enjoying their life, doing their daily things that they, I hope, enjoy to do, and nothing else. Like, I know they're just living their days without anything special, you know, just keep living, and then that's all. I'm really thinking probably I would come up with another idea, with another opinion about it, but I have no thoughts for real. Like, it's not. Let me check. Agriculture. Yeah, they're doing like agriculture or something like this. All right, that's all for today. I know retirement sounds like something crazy to talk about, to be honest. So I definitely have to come up with another idea what to talk about because I ran out of ideas about topics to talk concerning Kyle's questions. So yeah, that's all for today, and see you next time. I just don't want to talk about something for 5 minutes more, just it makes no sense. I'm a bit tired, so I wanna just to go. Alright, that's all.